Welcome to the Boxing Bookie. We are back. It's good to be back. Got a good one for you today. Gonna get in to all the post-fight recap. Lots of boxing action today, and another one, guys. We hit another lock of the week today. Another lock. Ended up being a good week. I hit on my parlay plus. I hit on Conor Walker coming through, getting me plus money on that. So all in all, slight upset there for Conor Walker, plus 110, something like that. I think it was plus 110. Hit on Conor Walker, hit on my parlay. So all in all, was Kyle's in the house. All in all, it was a nice little Saturday for me. Let's get into well, guys, join the Patreon. If you have not already joined the Patreon, join the Patreon now. We hit on another lock, of course. That's another lock. We hit on our lock last week. We hit on our lock this week. We've been hitting on our locks every single week. So, guys, join the Patreon. Link is in the description. It's also in that little ticker below. It's also pinned in the chat. No excuses to have not joined the Patreon. Get rich with me. We hit in our parlays every week. I give you the absolute best gambling advice anywhere in the known boxing universe for just $5 a month. After you guys do that, head over to carnivalbar.com, use promo code BOXING at checkout to save 10%. That's promo code BOXING at checkout to save 10%. It's a meal in your pocket. It's the world's only high-fat, grass-finished beef bar that replaces a meal while on the move in stores for years. Get your travel autonomy and freedom back. It's the nutrition of a steak, the convenience of a bar. carnivalbar.com, using promo code BOXING to save 10% at checkout. That's promo code BOXING to save 10% at checkout. Guys, already looking forward to next week in February. Is going to be fire for us. January ended up being a good month. There wasn't a ton of action, but we made money every single week that there was. So, look, there's always a bull market somewhere. That's what it's always a bull market. And we continue to make money, and now boxing season's heating up. We're alive and well. We got big fights every week. Next week's going to be another big week. And we're gonna keep parlaying this over and over again, and we're gonna be making money every single week. So join the Patreon, get the lock of the week. Let's get rich together. I'm tired, y'all. Let's kind of recap what we had today. Dalton Smith, destruction, right? First round knockout. It was first round knockout for Dalton Smith. I knew that was going to be an easy fight for Dalton Smith. Waleed Alwitsa was not on the level of Zepeda or the other guys that he fought. Easy fight for Dalton Smith. He needs something bigger and better in his next fight. Conor Walker, like I said, 11th round knockout. He was losing. On the cards, I would imagine, I didn't see them, but I would imagine Conor Walker was losing on the cards. I had bet on Conor Walker to pull that off. He did it. 11th round TKO. Harry Scarf annihilated him in that 11th round. Ellie Scotney, 99-91, destroys me in two. I told you guys that was easy. Ellie Scotney looked really, really good in that fight, doing what she does. Just doesn't have any pop, and she can't really hurt anyone, but she's so skilled and so dominant. And she's now IBF, WBO, super bantamweight world champion. Ellie Scotney, really, really good job on that. And that was basically the big fights on that card. We go over to the Diego Pacheco card. Diego Pacheco, I want to ask y'all, did anyone have Diego Pacheco? Did anyone have Steve Nelson either winning in that fight or much more? I had it 117, 111, just like the judges had. I was surprised this thing went the distance. I thought someone was finna get knocked out in this fight. I had it 117, 111, just like the judges. I'm just wondering, did anyone have it a bit closer, perhaps even Nelson up? Because there were some close rounds that you could spin either way. Shout out to my boy Kyle Hayden, profit from lock number 2. I used it to build another parlay as well. Let's go, Kyle. Let's go. Appreciate the $10 super chat. Shout out to Kyle Hayden. Appreciate you immensely, my man. $10 super chat. Appreciate you. 79 Pro says, hang on. 116, 112. I hit 2 out of 3 on my parlay. A new way by KO. Jordan Plant on moneyline, Pacheco, moneyline, Pedraza over 3.5, and Cruz 1 400. Nice. Would have had 900 on my third play if Pedraza lasted the last round. They stopped it in. I thought he got hit in the back of the head. Also, yeah, that's true. Again, appreciate the super chat, Kyle. Ryan Hong, Tanahara would have stopped him. Look, let's be real. Tanahara stops everyone. Ryan's 110% right. Hector Tanahara stops the world. He's 100% right. So Segou had 116, 112. Yeah, that's reasonable. Muscles had 117, 111. Okay. Conor Walker, comeback of the year. Conor Walker, I called that. Easy money part. Easy money. Plus money. Easy money. Book that all day. Easy money, Conor Walker. Easy. Easy money. Easy money. Thought Pacheco looked sloppy. Had it 117, 111. Okay, so we're all 116, 112, 117, 111. We're all on board with that. All right. I thought there were some close rounds there. I didn't know if we were going to get some interesting cards. I was confident Pacheco won. Chris Maddox and Sean Porter are two atrocious scorers. And I just didn't know what. Patty Donovan. Who do you like in the Crocker Donovan fight? Patty Donovan. I like Patty Donovan. But we'll get to that video as we get closer to the fight. But I like Patty Donovan, tentatively. Leonardo Rubalcaba. I didn't see the fight. I didn't see it. George saved my parlay. Thank you, ref, for taking a point. I didn't see the fight. All right, well, it saves your parlay. All's well that ends well, I suppose. All is well that ends well, Segou. I didn't see the Rubalcaba fight. Did you guys? Let me pull up that card. Andy Cruz. I want to get to Andy Cruz in a second. Mercado, TKO 4. So he went over 3.5. Rubalcaba draw with Israel Mercado. Yeah, someone in the chat told me that was an upset, possible upset. Interesting. Mercado down in round 1. Mercado deducted a point in round 7. So he needed the deduction and the knockdown to get the draw. Deshaun Dave got a win in his pro debut, and there was nothing else that we bet on in that fight. So it was just basically Mercado with the draw. All right. All's well that ends well with that. Ernesto Mercado, TKO 4 over Pedraza. Mercado money line was Mercado stop was a good bet. Andy Cruz, 99, 91, 98, 92, 92. That's how I saw the fight too. Let's spend some time here on Andy Cruz. I want to spend some time. Let me get through these first. I thought they robbed Israel Mercado guy. He whooped Rubalcaba almost every round. Remember, Rubalcaba was the house fighter though. Rubalcaba looked terrible, but he did score a knockdown. He knocked down the first round. Was it a legit knockdown, or was it like more of a slip, kind of push, kind of balance shot? Or was it a good knockdown? They scored a knockdown after the round ended. I didn't think it was not. Ooh, so there's even controversy on the knockdown. So you're telling me Mercado should have got that. Mercado should have won this fight. Mercado was up one card and the other two draw. Majority draw. A majority draw. Andy Cruz surprised me too. He did well. Yes, legit knockdown. They reviewed it. Okay. It wasn't late. I'm saying legit knockdown. All right, fair enough. All right. I want to talk about Andy Cruz. I thought Andy Cruz's performance was fine. I thought it was good, dominant. I thought it was competitive to fight, but I thought Andy Cruz was carrying all of the rounds or most of the round. I didn't think he lost more than 1 or 2. And ultimately, that's how the judges had it. The judges had it 99-91, 98-92. So 9 rounds to 1, 8 rounds to 2. Wide for Andy Cruz, which is how I saw it. I thought Andy Cruz was in control. But I thought Salcedo was very competitive in the fight. Like, he was making life very, very difficult for Andy Cruz. So my question is, Salcido, best known for beating Chris Colbert, who has won over Luis Correa. I think that's it. I think that's all of his wins of note. He lost to a guy named Jose Nunez on a Pro Box card, 2023. And that's really all that we know about him. Given that performance, how do we think Andy Cruz does with Shakur Stevenson? I was texting with muscles. I think Cruz is good. He's got a lot of skill. He's got a lot of talent. How does he do with Shakur Stevenson? I think Shakur Stevenson dog walks him. Oh, Joey Dwaco got embarrassed as a 20-1 favorite. I didn't see this. I don't know. Did this happen? I didn't think it was legit. He was already slipping. So we got some controversy here on this knockdown. We got some controversy here on this. Cruz was good with his head movement. Cruz is special. Yeah, look, Cruz is fantastic. Cruz is amazing. I just think Shakur Stevenson is going to beat the crap out of him. I ultimately think Shakur Stevenson is better at everything. And that's not a knock on Andy Cruz. Andy Cruz is great. Andy Cruz is terrific. I just don't see him beating Shakur Stevenson. Anyone think Floyd Schofield is going to have any success with Shakur Stevenson? I feel like Cruz would have knocked him out whenever he wanted in the later rounds. And I thought Cruz could have knocked him out too, but we talked about this on the live stream leading up. I think Cruz can knock more people out. I just think he lacks intensity or motivation to knock people out. Like I agree. I thought Cruz could have stopped in those late rounds, 7, 8, 9, 10, something like that. He could have took him out. And he just didn't, pick up the gas, pick up the intensity, slam on the gas to get him out. No, I agree with 79 pros. I think Cruz can get a lot of these guys out. He just lets off the gas. Like he doesn't go full throttle. Anyone see this? Joey Dwaco. I like Dwaco too. I've interviewed him. I talked to him. He's a cool dude. I like him a lot. But yeah, this is not okay. Cruz would make it competitive, but Stevenson would win. Probably. I don't disagree with that. I tend to agree with that. Stevenson wouldn't lose a round against Cruz. I mean, he might lose 1 or 2, but yeah, I agree with that sentiment. I think Shakur beats him 8-4. I'm not even a massive Shakur fan. Andy Cruz beats Zepeda. Zepeda is the wild card. Because, how do you counteract what Zepeda does? Zepeda is a hard-hitting pressure fighter that throws 100 and some punches around and just doesn't let off the gas. You got to create space, but he's tall and long. He's just right back on you. You separate, you get 2 steps, and he's just right back in your chest, pounding away. It's going to be a lot to deal with Zepeda. I'm not saying Cruz can't do it. Cruz is incredibly skilled, but Zepeda is so much to deal with. He beat Hector Tanahara. That's how good he is. I think Ray Mortaya could beat Cruz. Anyone agree with? I mean, it's not a crazy statement. I think we're overreacting a little bit to Cruz. I think we're overreacting a little bit. It wasn't even a bad performance. He beat a solid fighter and he won 8 or 9 rounds. I'm not. This is not crazy. I would pick Cruz, but this is not a crazy take. Anyone agree with bipolar here that Mortaya beats Cruz? Figueroa Fulton. That video I'm going to drop tonight, not Lewis. I'm going to drop that video tonight. I like Figueroa. I thought Figueroa in the first fight. I think Fulton has faded more. I don't think Fulton is exactly the same fighter since the Inoue knockdown. I think at the weight, Fulton carries 126 better than Fulton did. I think Figueroa was a little faded, Figueroa was a little tired, a little fatigued, a little weight drained at 22. I think this is a much better fit for him. I like Figueroa. If Schofield targets Shakur recovering hand and hurts it and is able to smother him, but no one has been able to do that. And Shakur, I think Shakur UD too. Obviously the game plan for Schofield is obvious. Get in, make his life hell, smother him, rush him, make him uncomfortable, get him into a phone booth scrap, get him into a street fight, and then, beat him down. Can he do it, though? Look, Floyd Schofield, I've been involved with Floyd Schofield's career since before he signed with Golden Boy when he was fighting on Davies cards in San Antonio. I've been involved in his career. I love Floyd Schofield. He's a personal friend of mine. I just can't see him winning this fight. I really can't. This is a terrible fight for him. But I'd be rooting for him. I'd be rooting for life for sure. Tito Mercado did an interview with True School Sports. He said the Olympic team picked Keyshawn over him to go against Andy Cruz, even though he thought they would just get silver again. That's interesting. That's interesting. I'm going to look for this interview, True Sports TV. I'm going to look for this. That's interesting. The way they pick fighters now in the Olympics is kind of fugazi. It's kind of weird. It's a point system, and they kind of pick who they want to. Like, it's not really like you win the box offs and you're in the Olympics. No, it's not. It's not that anymore. Ooh, wow. World of Wrestling. Dalton Smith versus Teofimo Lopez. Excellent question, World of Wrestling. Teofimo would be a favorite. If Teofimo would open up a favorite, I'd say let him take Teo. I'm taking Dalton Smith. Teo, Dalton Smith. I'm taking Dalton Smith. I'd imagine he'd be an underdog in that fight, and the odds makers would say take Teo, and I'd say let him take Dalton Smith. I don't think he lost to Tev. I thought the fight was very, very close. I did think he won though. Sagu says I disagree with Moritaya. I think Moritaya lost to Tevin. Yeah, it was very, very close fight. It was closer than we expected. I'm a big Tevin fan. Tevin's a great dude. I thought Moritaya won, but it was very, very close. Figueroa struggled heavily with Farmer. I don't think he beats Cruz. Do you mean Moritaya? You talking about Moritaya? 79, you talking about Moritaya? I'm guessing. Tito Mercado thinks he can beat Cruz. Well, he should think that. He's a fighter. I want that. I like that he thinks that. What's up, Gary? What's your call? Fig versus Fulton and Benavidez versus Morel. All right, so I'm very, very confident in Brandon Figueroa. I'm very confident in that pick. Benavidez and Morel, boy, I like the over. I like the fight to go the distance. That's what I'll tell you I like. I like this thing to be a dog fight. I like it to go the distance. I'm leaning towards Morel. So I'm leaning towards Morel, and I'm very, very, very strongly in the favor of Fig. So Fig and Morel tentatively. I'm going to have that Figueroa and Fulton video out tonight. So make sure to check that video out, guys. Make sure to check that video out. Figueroa, Fulton. I will drop that. I'm going to record that right after I finish this live. It's going to be a late night for me, but I love y'all. So that's what I do. That's what I do. Figueroa, Fulton. I'm going to have that out for you guys shortly. So make sure to check that out. Smith versus Teofimo Lopez would be a good fight. Yeah, it would be a great fight. Who do you guys like in that? I'm going to try to do one of these polls again. Let me see if I can do this. Let me see if I can not be retarded. Hang on. Give me like 1 minute while I try to figure this out. I'm going to get this. Give me 1 second as I create a poll here. So a poll. All right, y'all, take the poll. Everybody take the poll. Who wins, Teofimo or Dalton Smith? Teofimo or Dalton Smith? I just put a poll up there, guys. Make sure to take the poll. Everyone, just bet on the poll. I want to see what y'all are thinking. I do want to see what y'all are thinking on that. That's an interesting fight. I'm leaning towards Dalton Smith. Feel free to disagree with me and then rub it in if I'm wrong. I would take Smith too. His power is too much for Lopez, and Lopez has had close fights with some guys that he shouldn't have even competed with. I would take Smith too. His power is too much for Lopez, and Lopez has had close fights. Yeah, that's not a bad take. I figured you meant Muay Thai 79 pros. What I was saying about it, fight, yeah, I do it all the time. My brain is shot. I think Tio wins. I just wish Tu would actually fight the guys he calls out. I wish Tio would fight the guys he actually calls out. I've known Tio. I interviewed him. I met him. His ex-wife now, but his wife is a Delta flight attendant, and my wife is a Delta flight attendant. They're both based in New York, and they kind of know each other like a little bit. So it's interesting. I've had interesting conversations with Teofimo Lopez. But that's his ex-wife now. So Tio won't fight him when he wants bigger fights. Yeah, I know, but he's not getting those right now. And I don't think he'll fight Dalton Smith, honestly, because it's too dangerous and it's not a big enough name yet. So we'll see how that goes. I'm not going to say Tio doesn't deserve a bigger fight. I'm just saying right now he's not getting those fights. We'll have to wait. The problem is the PBC guys really hold up every weight class now. It's been like 3 years now, and the PBC guys fight once a year, and it's frustrating and it's annoying, and it is what it is. All right. You guys want to look ahead into next week? You guys want to start looking into next week? Or you guys got any questions, comments, thoughts, super chats left on this fight? Guys, we hit again and on another parlay. We hit on another lock of the week. So don't be shy. We're bringing down the house. We hit on another lock of the week. Don't be shy. Feel free to tip your gambling advisor, super chats, Cash App, all of it is appreciated. Super chat is in the YouTube. Cash at me at 3D Boxing at 817. It's all appreciated. It's all love. Don't be shy when it comes to tipping your gambling advisor, and let's bring down the house together. All right, let's guys. Let me check this poll right quick. Let me see where we're at on this poll. 89%. Everyone. Okay, so Teofimo Lopez has got 89% right now. Interesting. That is interesting to me. I wouldn't. Oh, let me catch up on these. I would need to take a close look. I like Teofimo, but Smith is solid. It's a good fight. That was a good one. I love Dalton Smith, but he's not tested. I don't trust UK prospects at that level. That is a good point. Every once in a while they hit. And I think Dalton Smith's going to be the one that hits. But Bipolar raises a very, very good point. Two should win on points. Tio should win on points. Too athletic. Possibly. But he's sloppy and he's floored and he doesn't adjust. You know what I'm saying? He just signed with Turkey. Man, how about that British Mickey Ward early today? Yeah, World of Wrestling is calling Dalton Smith the British Mickey Ward. I like it. I dig it. Gary Russell versus Valenzuela is on the tank card. I got Russell. Yeah, for sure. Gary Russell for sure. 100%. 100%. All right. No, I agree, 79 pros. I think, yeah. That's going to be a part of the lock of the week. Let's take a look at what we got upcoming, and then I'm going to end this relatively soon. We'll check the poll. And see what you guys think. This fight, okay, I already got the video out on Vidal Riley and Isak Chamberlain. That is out. Adam Azim and Sergey Lipinets. I'm going to get the video on that. Ramos and Jason Rosario, Isak Cruz and Angel Fierro, Figueroa and Fulton, Benavides and Morale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm going to get you videos out on all of these this week. It's going to be a busy week. I'm finna go live with you guys every single night. I'm finna go live with you. So, bring your questions, comments, thoughts, super chats. Bring them all with me. I'm going to go over this with you guys. Vidal Riley, Isak Chamberlain. Vidal Riley, Isak Chamberlain. That fight is not this week. This fight is February. This fight is April 26th. I don't know, man. I don't know. Does anyone know if this fight is actually happening? I got a video. I like Vidal Riley. I think this is a great fight to bet on. Riley's clearly going to win. Adam Azim, Lipinets, Ramos, Rosario, Cruz, Fierro, Figueroa, Fulton. We're going to get into all of these. Benavides, Morel, We're gonna get into all of these, but let me know. Interesting. I got some thoughts tentatively for next week that we're getting into. So let me just go over these real quick with you guys. Adam Azim, Sergey Lipinets. I like Adam Azim. Jesus Ramos, minus 1,600. I like that. Isak Cruz. I like that. Figueroa Fulton. Great fight. I like Figueroa. Benavidez, Morel. I like Morel at plus 140. I'm going to be betting on that. I'm going to be betting on Figueroa. And then I'm going to parlay these other 3 fights. So those are the bets that I'm making. I'm making a standalone bet on Morel. I'm making a standalone bet on Figueroa. And then I'm parlaying Cruz, Ramos, and Azim. So the plus money bet I like is David Morrell. We'll get into the props on that as well. Let's look at the props on this fight now. I like the over 10.5. Let's go the distance. I like it to go the distance. I like these props, minus 250. I like the props. I like it to go over. I like these bets. I really, really do. So I got this fight to go the distance. I got the over. I got Figueroa. I'm going to do that. I'm laying off the props, I think. on Figueroa Fulton. We got no props on this yet, but when we get them, let's take a look at them. But I like the props on Morel and Benavidez. I like it better than the actual fight. I like Morel money line, but I more important, I like the fight to go the distance, and I like the over. I would bet that over. That over may be a part of our lock of the week. Let me get through these. Yeah, that's what I said. Conor Walker has Mickey Ward. Is that not what I said? I apologize if I got. Yeah, World of Wrestling was saying Conor Walker is the new Mickey Ward. The British Mickey Ward, and I like that. I'm going to Benavidez fight. Nice 79 pros. I got Benavidez, Figueroa. I haven't seen the guy Cruz is fighting. Is he good? He's a Golden Boy guy. He's all right. I definitely picking Isak to win. Is Brandon going to be a lock of the week? Because you're pretty confident, Gary. Rocket's in the house, dude. Where have you been? Rocket, my man. Homeboy. Is Brandon going to be lock of the week? Maybe. He's minus 170 on my book. He may be. I'm going to bet on him for sure. I don't know if he's going to be a lock of the week. Pacheco. Rocket, my dude. Where have you been, my man? Retro says Pacheco sucks big and tall for nothing. Big and tall for nothing. I agree. He needs to take a page out of Hamza. Yeah, he's not ready for Hamza Shiraz. They have the same reach. Wow. How you let a 36-year-old beat you up on the 12th round when he's supposed to be tired? Hey, man, I've never been a huge Pacheco fan, but I knew that he'd win that fight. Steve Nelson is not the one. Yeah, I know, Rocket. Nothing like a straight bet. All right. I think that's it, y'all. I think I'm going to wrap this up. Let me check my poll, and then we'll wrap this up. 83% of you guys. I'm going to end this poll now. 83% of you guys are taking Teofimo. So Teofimo is the wide favorite in this poll. I'm in the minority. I'm taking Dalton Smith, tentatively. Who Hamza Shiraz? I'm sure. I'm not. Who is he fighting? Oh, Adames. That's right. He's fighting Adames on February 22nd. Oh, Adames is so good. Hey, Rocket with the $5 super chat. Appreciate you, Rocket. Appreciate you stopping by. It's been a while. Don't be such a stranger, man. I've missed you. Rocket in the house. Appreciate the super chat, my man. Speaking of Hamza, what do you? Yeah, I agree, Nino. Next week's a big week. It's a great fight. I'm gonna pick Hamza, but that's a really good fight. Adames is really, really talented. He's a really, really good fighter. He's undisciplined. He doesn't make weight. You guys want to hear a funny story about Adames? No, I'll save that for a. I got 75. Yo, Retro Chris, what's up? It's better straight bets. Yeah, let's just bet on Figueroa straight up. I got 7,500 on Morel. I got 7,500 on Morel. It's good to see you. It's good to see you, Retro Chris. Damn, it's big money. What does that pay out? Pays out 10,500. Nice. Nice. Quality. All right, y'all. I'm going to wrap this up now. Appreciate y'all. Appreciate the super chat. I will be live again tomorrow night. I'm not sure what time. Appreciate y'all. Oh, got one more super chat from 79 Pros. Thank you. Thanks for the locks, Gary. You consistently make us money. But hey, appreciate you, 79 Pros. Appreciate the super chat. It is appreciated more than y'all know. Appreciate the super chat. Super chats. Let's go. I'm confident in it. I will get into why. I appreciate Kyle, Rocket, 79 Pros, super chats. Always appreciated, y'all. I'm going to end this chat now. I'm going to end this. You guys are great. I'm going to be live again tomorrow. Appreciate all the support. It is January 25th, 2025. From Texas to the world. Thank y'all. God bless.